December jobs, the economy adding 223 last month compared to the street's expectations of 200K. Unemployment falling to 3.5, but I suspect it's wages that you might be most interested in. Maybe I'm wrong, but starting with the jobs number itself, what's your immediate reaction here, Martin?
Yeah, wages absolutely, JD, were the thing that leapt off the page. Essentially, the monthly gain in average hourly earnings was 0.3%. That was half the rate that we experienced over the month of November, and it was well below the analyst forecasts. On a year-to-year basis, wages are up 4.6%. Again, that was underneath the street forecast and well shy of the tally that we had over the month of November. So that's really important news. Now, again, we always have to look at the paradox between the actual employment market conditions and what the market, the stock market, is expecting, because, of course, all of those figures filter into expectations for inflation. If you are actually participating in the labor market, you're trying to get a raise or you're trying to change jobs, sliding or slowing wage growth is not necessarily great news. From the stock market perspective, it's relatively positive news simply because it lessens the concern for near-term inflation and perhaps changes the thinking of Federal Reserve policymakers when it comes to raising interest rates, not only next month, but going in to the teeth of the 2023 year. So that's probably why we had that burst of activity in stocks this morning and significant gains. They were pared slightly as people picked through the numbers, noticed some revisions in the month of November, and looked at the weakness perhaps in sort of private sector employment gains. But nonetheless, this was described as a Goldilocks jobs report, and I think that's largely correct. Goldilocks in the sense that it wasn't too hot in terms of in wage growth, but not too cold in terms of the ultimate jobs that were added to the economy. We've had 21 consecutive months of job gains for the U.S. economy. And over the last year, JD, we've added 4.5 million new jobs as a result of a whole host of policies and certainly the post-pandemic rebound. So the job market remains resilient. The excellent news underneath, at least from the market's perspective, is that wage growth isn't spiraling out of control. And that's, again, why we're seeing these gains in stocks this morning.